In one of my last videos, I talked about Glassdoor and what you want to do when looking for or comparing and evaluating ratings of German employers online. Today's video is about social platforms as well, and that means the most important one for applicants worldwide, if you ask me, and that is LinkedIn. But do you really need a LinkedIn profile? And if so, what should you use it for? And even more importantly, what you should not use it for, or what you should not do on LinkedIn. Here we go. Hi, my name is Jörg, which is German for George, here at Find a Job in Germany in Berlin. People, first of all, if you are seriously looking for a job abroad, be it in Germany or let's say another European country, you can bet that you need, in some form, a LinkedIn profile to increase your chances of success. Naturally, in our coaching program, revamping your LinkedIn profile is part of what we do, but that is just a side note here. Now, why am I saying that LinkedIn is important? Well, simply because LinkedIn has become a standard for international recruiting over the past years. So even if you may know national platforms, there is nothing that trumps LinkedIn on a global scale, got it? Even in Germany, there used to be a social media platform called Xing. And the question I always got was, hey, George, do I need a Xing profile so I get calls with German companies as well? Well, since the beginning of this year, Xing has realigned itself to become a pure job community anyway. So the sum of profiles has become a large talent pool that companies can use to fill jobs for a fee. Xing no longer offers groups or events or other popular services for networking. And for Germany, this leaves only LinkedIn as international professional network. But you can easily answer the Xing question now for yourself and just look at it as if it were just another job platform for you to try out. Coming back to your LinkedIn profile, naturally, you alone decide what professional and personal details should appear in your profile. Which brings me to the top mistake I generally see people making, and that is that they either have zero content in their profile at all, or it's the other way around, namely that people essentially copy-paste their entire CV. Needless to say, if you don't put anything in your LinkedIn profile, you might as well just delete your account. There's no value in having a profile for the sake of having a profile. You have to work with it. You have to entertain it. On the other hand, if you mirror exactly what is written in your resume, it will probably be way too much content. Also here, please don't do that. In fact, in terms of content and volume, the ideal profile lies somewhere in the middle. You may be wondering why. LinkedIn is a teaser. It's supposed to create interest in you as a person while outlining your knowledge, skills, experience, and so on. So when I look at a LinkedIn profile as a tech recruiter, I'm checking for the most relevant keywords, especially when it comes to your stack. So I want to see the languages, technologies, and tools mentioned that I need for my company, and I want to see how long you've been using those. What I don't necessarily need is a detailed project description, including the software or product that you help build. That can come in handy, but it's not a must. That will be so that I want to take a look at your profile. So that is always your ultimate goal. You want me to have more interest in you, and that is me ultimately checking your CV. That should always be your ultimate goal. Or the other way around, may make it also clearer to you, even if your LinkedIn is persuasive, any recruiter will still want to see your resume. So a proper CV cannot be replaced anyway. So what you do is you cut down your CV to the most important essentials on who you are, what you're good at, truly awesome at, by the way, and what you bring to the table. At Find a Job in Germany, we call that sweet spot. And then you're able to see the concrete advantages of a profile. That certainly is your higher visibility. Even if you're not looking for a job at the moment, your profile is available around the clock, 365 days a year, and therefore can also be found by active sourcers and recruiters. That being said, the most effective way to use LinkedIn are referrals for jobs from connections that you have. Search terms, of course, are used to find suitable candidates. So the more pertinent and relevant details you provide related to your sweet spot, the easier it is for your profile to become visible to those looking exactly for that. But nothing trumps personal connections. Coming back to specific keywords, they're important, which can also serve as search terms. And that is where I'm saying it again, languages, technologies, and tools come in. Second, LinkedIn is like your digital business card. And while employee referrals also continue to increase, for job placements, even internationally, I want to point something else out. Please, people, be aware that LinkedIn is generally not the right place for politics, especially not if you feature overly, let's say, negative or even destructive posts or comments. It's going to fall back on you. They let any recruiter here draw conclusions with regard to your PO fit, person-organization fit, and too often those conclusions are not positive. If you decide to post something, it needs to have content, meaning, maybe insert a pinch of humor, that's perfectly fine, or you have to be sober about it. No ranting, please, no triple exclamation marks, proper spelling, of course, that goes without saying. Naturally, if you do post on LinkedIn, the algorithm will definitely push you if you're posting a photo of yourself along with it. And I usually recommend to post about things in your job or profession that you enjoy doing, because it will automatically reflect whether it's authentic and relevant to you. And in general, you can post once a week. That's perfectly sufficient. Also, every 2 weeks is okay. And whenever you post something, make sure it's of value to your network. You want to post useful content, not irrelevant stuff. So try to think of what might be interesting to those that you're connected with. That is really what it comes down to. In addition to internet platforms, companies post job ads directly on LinkedIn. You know that already. And the good thing is, without an additional cover letter, you can start the application process. And this component of e-recruiting, that significantly lowers the threshold. The quick apply function, which I'm pretty sure most of you have already used in some form. By clicking on the job ad, also the algorithm learns what interests you. Based on this, the platform will send you more targeted job offers. That's essentially the idea. Now, again, we're aware that most of you already use this function, but it's important to first find your sweet spot. Adapt your CV accordingly, and then widen your options. You scale up the numbers of applications, and you also check for other job boards. There's not just LinkedIn. You can watch our video training if you like to better understand what I mean by that. In any case, let me sum this up. First, it's important that you don't just look at LinkedIn as a job board or a job platform. The most effective way really to grow your career, to get calls, also is your network there. Your personal network is your net worth. So also check out who you might be able to help, who might be able to help you, who can refer you even. This is key. Second, if you use LinkedIn, use it regularly. And third, make sure your profile is crisp and clean. In any case, I hope this was helpful to you. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much, and see you soon.